Okay, so I there are cats fighting outside. Okay, back to what I was saying. Hi everyone, it's Nalanie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out and doing a first impressions, mini little review on this e.l.f. Putty primer. This is a fairly new. I got mine at Ulta and I believe it was about $5. The shade I picked up is Rose. The location I was at, I know they have a couple of different shades, but at my location there was white, there was cream, which is a little lighter and has more of a yellow undertone, and then they had this one, which is rose. This looks more along the lines of something closer to my skin tone, and that's what I was going for. I've been seeing so many people using this different ways besides using it as an eyeshadow base, and I wanted to, try it out other ways aside from eyeshadow primer. So that's why I wanted to pick up this shade. Today we're just going to do it on our eyes. I'm going to see how well it works. I'm going to just prime one eye, and we're just going to see it together, see how well it works. So like I said, this is $5. This is what the packaging looks like. And let's open this and see what it looks like. So there is no seal, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm assuming this is from the heat, but there is a little separating around it. That's not much of an issue for me. I'm just assuming it's because it's so warm in Florida. But I'm just going to use my little brush that I use to set underneath my eyes. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of drawing a blank. So yeah, we're just gonna prime this eye. I'm just gonna use a little bit. This is looking a little, I think I need a different brush. I think I needed to use a different brush. So I'm just gonna use a nice little flat brush. I'm gonna try to get some product out. It does feel a little thicker. It doesn't feel as, it feels like a drier consistency. Yeah, it does feel a lot drier than I was expecting. So I'm just going to bring this kind of up here, and then I'm just going to buff out the rest. I'm going to close this because I do feel like this product can dry pretty fast. And with this product, I feel like if you go really hard, you can definitely pull on your skin. So keep that in mind, just work very slow. Right now, I'm just going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna buff out the edges a little bit. Yeah, this is definitely it's a lot drier than I was expecting. I don't know, I don't feel like it's going on the smoothest. It's a little patchy, but okay, that's fine. I'm not doing any specific look. I'm just gonna be using these two palettes. This one is the City Mini palette, Maybelline and Shayla. And then this is the e.l.f. Bite Size Pumpkin Pie eyeshadow. So first thing that I wanna do is go in with this Maybelline palette. I'm gonna use that same brush that I used to apply the primer. I'm just cleaning it off so it's nice and clean. I'm just gonna go in with the lightest shade right here, and I'm gonna work this into the brow bone. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I feel like it went on so much softer and smoother on the eye that didn't have any primer. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go in with this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette. I'm just gonna go in with this shade right here, just taking a small amount, and we're gonna work this into the crease. Okay, now I'm gonna go on the side. I don't know, is it me or is this side looking a lot smoother than this side? Okay, let me just keep going. I'm gonna go in with this shade and pop this on the lid. Oh, that went on really, really nice. That went on really, really nice. Okay, now let's try this side. This is also going on really nice. Yeah, this is going on really nice. Now I'm just going to buff a little bit. Now I'm going to go and add this to my inner tear duct. This is an area I didn't add that eyeshadow primer. Okay, going back in with the e.l.f. shadow, I'm going to take this color right here again and just run this on the lower lash. And then that should pretty much be it. And then we will check this out up close to see what everything looks like. Again, I also didn't prime underneath my eyes. Okay, so I am just grabbing my mirror and taking more of a closer look. Okay, so there are cats fighting outside. Okay, that's what I was saying. Looking at it up close, there's a difference with the primed side and the not primed side. I don't think you guys can really see it on camera, but this side is a lot more intense. The metallic and the shimmery shades are pulling a lot stronger with the primer versus not with a primer. And then of course with my natural darkness from my eyes, that also plays a huge factor in the shadows, but everything looks very, very different in person. It's definitely something I can't leave the house knowing that it's so different. And I know it probably doesn't look it on camera, but this side is a lot more intense. The shadows, it threw me off because the formula is so much drier than I'm used to. I'm usually used to using the MAC paint pot, which is a lot creamier. If you guys use a MAC paint pot or you have in the past, it is a lot creamier in texture. And I'll either use that or the Anastasia primer, which is a white, more of a liquidy cream base. So based off of the primers that I'm used to, using something that is a lot drier is a little different, something that I do have to get used to, but I do think it's a really, really good primer. I'm definitely noticing a huge difference. The shadows look like they're blending out really, really nice. It's just, you have to get used to the formula if you're more used to creamier, you know, creamier products. But I think it's a really, really good primer. I think, yeah, I think it's definitely worth trying out, especially if you're someone that's looking for an eyeshadow primer and you don't want to use concealer or just want to switch it up and try something new. I do think it's worth trying it out. I also want to mention that there was no fallout, and where I placed the eyeshadow and buffed it out, it did take a little bit of effort, but it pretty much stayed in place. So that's also really good and really good to keep in mind too. I do really like it. The only issue I had with this side, which is the one that I primed, is like you saw, I didn't prime it all the way to my brows because I felt like it was going to be a little too intense. So I kind of pulled it up here and then buffed a little bit. So pretty much right over here, very, very close, there was no product. Because I did that and then I went in with an eyeshadow, that made a huge difference. There's a demarcation of where the eyeshadow primer is and where the eyeshadow hit it. So it's a lot more, it looks like a white little line based off of where the no primed and the primed part is. You get what I'm saying? It's just, it wasn't as smooth. And that's why when I put it on this side with it not being primed, it just went on so much smoother and kind of just threw me off. But other than that, I really like it. I think it's really good. Normally what I would do is leave this on my face, you know, go and do things, but it's just such a significant difference that I'm just going to wash my face and call it a day. But I just want to show you guys what it looks like. So I hope this video helps some of you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you have tried this, let me know what you think. And yes, I think I'm going to end it here. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.